Hi and welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you have visited before. My name is Angela. This is another episode of What's on My Needles series of my little podcast where I share mostly about my knitting but also other crafty adventures like crocheting, sewing, bead weaving, and so on. Welcome and thank you. Thank you all who have subscribed, commented, liked my videos or this one. I appreciate you very much and it helps me a lot. And today I just wanted to share with you all my finished projects and all the WIPs that I have that I am currently working on. All right, this is the SeedyTop by Clarissa Schellong, I believe it's pronounced. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your last name. And I made this top last year. I really like it. Even if it's DK, it's really nice to wear during the summer. And yeah, I have been wearing it a lot. It was a very I think potato chippy project to do, very entertaining, and yeah, it was flying off my needles. I very much enjoyed it. Anyway, my finished project, or one of my finished projects, it is the Sommerknus by elsebeth Judith, and I have already released a special episode where I talk and tell you everything about it. I'll tell you about the pattern, I'll tell you about the yarn that I have used and my experience knitting it and all the modifications that I have done. Just wanted to show you how drapey it is. I love it. The more I knit summer garments, the more I am realizing that I do prefer fingering weight to DK weight, but either way, this one is pretty light. I ended up using only 3 skeins, and the length is actually perfect. I will insert a video of me wearing it. I was playing the yarn chicken making this project, but I did win, and I had tiny bit left over. Let me show you. I have this much left over from the last skein. So that's my first finished project. And my other finished project, it's for my little business. I am getting ready for another market, for another event, and I am working on my bandanas. So I have 2 finished. They need to be blocked. This one is made with Tribou from Lion Brand. It is 100% bamboo fiber, and it gives it really nice drape. It's nice and cooling. It's great for the summer. And this one is also from Lion Brand, but it is the 24 cotton, and this one is the DK Sparkle. Show you, and it is cotton with this little, I think it's polyester. Yes, 2% polyester. So you can see inserted this. So it's the yarn itself. It's wrapped in this shiny polyester cord, and I think that it's gorgeous. I don't know if you'll be able to see the sparkle on the video. I hope you will, because it's really cute. And I'm working on the 3rd one, and I'm using, so this pink one was color Pink Diamond, And this blue one is Calypso. And it also has that sparkle to it. This one is blue. And I have to tell you that the one in the blue, the polyester cord is a little bit more crispy, plasticky than the one in the pink one. Just to let you know. Another thing that I didn't really pay attention, and I realized that when the yarn arrived, it is not expensive yarn. I think that the whole bowl is around $5. And so the regular 24/7 DK cotton from Lion brand is 100 grams. This sparkle one, it's actually only 80 grams. So if you're getting this, and pay attention to the yardage and to the grams, just to let you know. Okay, so that's my other finished project. I can't wait for this upcoming event. It is all plant and herb dedicated event with lots of speakers, lots of guests, workshops, and it's going to be fantastic. It's definitely my people. I am also an herbalist and I have a small business. I have a little online shop. If you like, you can check it out. It will be linked in my description box, as it always is. And I make a lot of herbal goodies. I make herbal skincare, salves, tinctures, and a lot of handmade things, as you can see. And that's enough of that. Self-promotion. We got to do what we got to do. And yeah, so as of my WIPs right now, I have an acute castanitis lately. I can't stop casting on new projects. I picked this up. So during my last market, I took some UFOs or unfinished projects that I had just withering away in one little bag. And they were unfinished, not necessarily unfinished, but needing some modifications. So what's in that bag? And I was thinking about doing a dedicated video, but I'm not sure anymore if I'm going to do it or not. In that bag, I had my witchy socks. They're part of my witch costume, which I wear during my Halloween markets. It's the white and red, can't speak, white and red striped thigh-high socks, inspired by the movie Practical Magic. And I made them last year. It was hurry to make them before my market. And after I cast off, blocked, and wore them, I realized they were too short. So they needed a couple of stripes. So I pulled that out from my UFO bag. I brought it to the market and I added the 2 stripes on one sock. The other one still needs to be done. So that one is halfway refinished. And then I also brought my Camisole number 4. I love this pattern. I already made it twice. I made this one first. This one is in cotton. I made it last year and I used all the yarn that I thought that I had, and it ended up really short and it makes me a little bit uncomfortable. I am 44 after all, and I do not want to walk around with my belly button showing. If you do, you do you. I admire the confidence, and I'm sure you're beautiful and gorgeous and stunning, and but I can't do it. I'm sorry. And while I was going through my yarn, I was pleasantly surprised because I found one more ball of that yarn. and that fast became my UFO again. And as I said, I brought it to the market. I have undone the cast off or the bind off, and I'm adding that last ball of yarn, and this is how much extra length I have so far. I have measured my comfort zone and I think that it's about 12 to 13 inches below armhole, so the length. That's how long my tops need to be for me to be comfortable. So I am working on this, and I'm pretty close to finishing. I don't know if I might just use up everything that I have and then cast off, and be nice to be able to maybe tuck it into some pants and skirts too. It might look cute. Let's talk about all the projects that I did cast on. Okay, the first one, well, here I have my shawl. Let me see, can never remember the name of the shawl. I did cast that on before we went to Salem, and I didn't work on it since the last time I showed it to you, so I'm not even going to pull that out. But it's the shawl called Reyna. That's in there. And what else is in here? Got two projects that I started. Here is one of them. This is the Yarden cardigan. I did cast this on for the first time last year. I bought Barocco's 100% cotton, and I did not like the way it was looking. It was completely white yarn, and then I realized I don't really want white cardigan, because after all, I am who I am, and white clothes don't stay white on me for very long. And so I ordered some, I don't think it's necessarily true black. I think it's more like a really dark charcoal, and it's called coal, the color. It is the Kaboo, again, Lion brand, and I have used this yarn quite a bit last year during summer. I think I did 3 tops with it. And it is a mixture of 51% cotton and 49% rayon from bamboo. I like the drape of it. I like the cooling effect. And I think I have changed the needle size that you're supposed to work with. Either way, I worked 4mm needle for the ribbing, and I did, I'm sorry, it is full of hair. I do have cat. And this is a dark yarn, so forgive me, but it's unfortunately, it's kind of inevitable. I did twisted rib instead of 1x1 rib, like the pattern calls for, and I really like the look of it. I started the 4-row stitch repeat. I did 2 repeats so far, and I went from 4mm for the ribbing to 4.5mm for the body. And even if it's a little loose, I do know about that yarn that no matter how cold the water is that you will use to wash it, it will shrink a little bit. And one of the 3 tops that I have knitted last year was done on 4.5mm needles. The other 2 were done on 4mm needles. And I like the drape on the 4.5mm needle much better than on the other ones. So yeah, that's one of my WIPs. that I am slowly working on. And my other WIP, messy, is the Josefina top by Claudia Cube. And I just cast it on, so as you saw, the Yarden cardigan is, I'm sorry, hair, kitty hair. The Yarden cardigan is worked bottom up. And then now I'm working on the Josefina top, and this is worked top down on one of the pieces. This one I think is the back piece or the front piece, I don't know. But you work top down, ribbing, and then you, if you can see, I have it marked right here. This is the shoulder, this is the neck opening, this is the other shoulder. After you work to the armhole, you pick up stitches and you work the other side, and then you join in around. There's a little lace pattern also, and yeah, this is, I worked a smaller size because my yarn, it's not DK, it's worsted weight yarn. So I picked up a smaller size and working on slightly bigger needles, and we'll see how it goes, if it works out or not. I've been dreaming about casting on this yarn since I bought it. It's super soft. It is cotton and merino blend, 50-50, and it's from the Sea Isle. And the color is glossy gray. Okay, yeah, and that's it as of my WIPs right now, but I am already itching and I want to cast on one more. Let me grab it. So I am very much itching and I want to cast on one more project and then slowly work through them. And the last project that I would like to cast on is the Calm Night Cami by Lily Kate France. It is a fingering weight project, and I already have the yarn for it. This is the Samia fingering weight chalk dust. I believe chalk dust is the color, and it is 80% cupro. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I probably am not. And I do know that Q is not pronounced quiche anymore. Forgive my English. I am European. I have lived here for a few years now, but still English is not my first language. Neither it is my second. Italian is my second language because I'm half Czech and half Italian. And as I was saying, this is 80% cupro and 20% mulberry silk blend. I love the feel of this, and I think that it's gonna have a gorgeous drape. Let me show you. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. So really want to cast on this one too, and then no more. I will be focusing on finishing some stuff before I will allow myself to cast on something else. I am very much a polygamous knitter. I can, and I did challenge myself to do that with the Felix pullover. That was my only project at that time. It took me about a month to finish it, only knitting on that one project, I believe. And that was my challenge. I really wanted to see how long would it take me to finish one project if I only worked on that one project. Anywho, I will cast this on and I will then slowly, probably mainly focus on one at a time, distracting myself by working on the other ones here and there. yeah, that is, I think, all I had to share in this week's episode. And I would love to hear what summer knits you have going on, if you do summer knits. I know some people are strictly winter knitting folks. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your patience with my blabbering. If you made it this far, please consider subscribing to my channel. It helps me a lot, and I would love to see you back here again. And until next time, I hope your life is filled with happiness and happy knitting. Bye.